right, welcome back, wrestling fans. We're coming to you live from the Tokyo Hall here on Saturday morning, Superstars of Wrestling. We are just 5 days removed from a super card event that took place at the world-renowned Egg Dome. What a night of wrestling it was.
At 26 pounds, Pat Patterson.
Well, Gene, no doubt about it. We saw history made at the Egg Dome. We've got brand new tag team champions to talk about. The Wild Samoans regaining the tag team titles for the third time here in the World Wrestling Federation. Indeed, it was a bit of an upset. Perhaps it shouldn't have been. Superstar Billy Graham, Ken Patera coming up short at the Egg Dome. But the thing I think most people are talking about, or at least one of them, is that there was a special guest referee between Andre the Giant and the Giant Baba. And it turned out to be the incredible Hulk Hogan.
And his opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Bret the Hitman Hart making his way to the ring. We have seen him in a tag team with Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the Hart Foundation. We have seen him running singles as well with a great deal of success. Well, Bret the Hitman Hart is a true technician. He has been labeled as the excellence of execution, and that's a title he lives up to. Promises to be an outstanding opening matchup here today, ladies and gentlemen. But wait till you see the main event. Six-man tag team action like you've never imagined it possible. Bret Hart getting ready to square off, wasting no time at all. Goes after Patterson. The shoulders are down. Referee's there for the count of one. Well, the Hitman Bret Hart right now is not getting paid by the hour, and he realizes that. Going right after the former Intercontinental Champion, Pat Patterson. This would be a big win for the young man to get under his belt, and he knows it. Indeed, the Hitman bringing the fight now. Referee asking Patterson if he wants to submit to that nerve pinch, and he will not. I'll say one thing for Pat Patterson. He is cut from the old school cloth. He is rough and tough, and he will do whatever it takes to get the job done. And Bret the Hitman Hart has got to be aware of that at all times. Not sure there's a big difference between Pat Patterson and Bret the Hitman Hart when it comes to that very thing. Because Bret Hart has shown time and time again that he too will do whatever it takes to get the job done. You know, one of the more interesting factors is that we have not seen lately a lot of the mouth of the South Jimmy Hart when it comes to the Hitman Bret Hart. Well, it's my understanding that the mouth of the South Jimmy Hart is still the official manager of Bret Hart. Unlike Captain Lou Albano, who was a fill-in manager 5 nights ago for the Wild Samoans. Of course, he's going to take full credit for the tag team title change, but he is no longer affiliated with the Samoans. That was out of necessity because the officials had no way of communicating with the Samoans. And now the Hitman with a nice move right there, taking him down. Working on the ankle. Going for the cover. I don't think that'll be enough to get Pat Patterson, but it's worth a shot, I suppose. He got him! Are you kidding me? What in the world? He may have done something to that leg when he dragged him over with it, because you're right, Pat Patterson normally would not be put down that easily. Fans, I tell you what, I am shocked at this outcome. Not so much the win, but how he got it. Well, Bret the Hitman Hart definitely dominated the match most of the way through. There it is right there. He may have done some real damage to that leg. You see the look on Patterson's face? Well, apparently he did, because Pat Patterson didn't even make the attempt to kick out. He must know how badly damaged that leg is. We'll have to follow up. They are dropping like flies around here lately, ladies and gentlemen. The Hitman Bret Hart victorious in our opening contest. We'll be back with more, but first let's visit with some of the newest members of the nation.
Welcome to the Nation Network, your home for all things pro wrestling. From classic video games to the latest. Welcome to the Nation Network, your home for all things pro wrestling. From classic video games to the latest releases, we dive deep into wrestling past and present. Step into the ring with Legends Mania, where dream matches come alive as legends clash with today's top stars. Join the conversation on Wrestle Chat, our podcast breaking down the biggest stories and hottest events in wrestling today.
Leave an island unto my own.
And don't miss the voice of Ultra Pro Wrestling, Vince McShannon, right here on the Nation Network. This is the place where wrestling lives, breathes, and never sleeps. Hit subscribe and let's run wild together.
All right, fans, we are back and ready for more action. In the ring at this time, SD Special Delivery Jones, and his opponent heading down the aisle momentarily to be accompanied by his manager, I believe Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Bronx, New York, weighing in at 248 pounds, the Brawler.
The Brooklyn Brawler, formerly known as Steve Lombardi. Well, we've seen a change in the Brooklyn Brawler ever since joining up with Bobby the Brain Heenan. And Bobby has said that he sees something in this guy that he likes. And he's trying to cultivate that, if you will. Well, it wouldn't surprise me at all that Heenan would like what he sees in the Brawler, because he doesn't like the rule book. And that's something that Heenan definitely likes to pursue in his men that he manages. And we're looking right now at a match with a man like SD Jones, a man who likes to play by the book, likes to win fair and square. Well, he might have to abandon that lifestyle if he wants to have a win against the Brooklyn Brawler here today, coming to you live from Tokyo. Side headlock now, and the Brooklyn Brawler putting the squeeze on SD Jones. SD carrying the extra weight of the Brawler, leaning into it. Well, right now, when you see the Brooklyn Brawler getting off to a start like this, and we know we've seen him chasing after that television title in Hacksaw Jim Duggan now for several weeks. 5 days ago, had another crack at it here in Tokyo at the Egg Dome. Came up short in that one as well. But Heenan just keeps on believing in him. Nice roll up now by SD. Special delivery. Shoulders are down. He will not stay there. Now coming up over the top. Here's a count. There's one. Oh, look at SD. Bridges up out of it. Nicely done. Turns it into a backslide. Shoulders on down on the Brooklyn Brawler. And Bobby Heenan can't be too happy. Well, we can see right there Heenan watching on anxiously from ringside. Referee trying to step between the two men. We actually got a clean break, and SD opens it up with a big right hand. Nice move, reversal. And the Brawler now with that top wrist lock, putting the arm bar on SD Jones. Put a lot of torque on that arm, and you can see the pain registering on SD Jones's face. Here's a top wrist lock now by SD, asserting the dominant position. Down on one knee is the Brawler. SD in the position of power right now as he has the extra leverage. And there's the back heel trip. Nicely done. Thus far, it's been a pretty even match and by the rule book so far. But you've got to think with the Brooklyn Brawler, that can't last too much longer. Well, as things start going badly for him, that's when he gets a little bit more desperate as he rolls out to the floor. But SD Jones not going to give him the time. Indeed, SD sends him into the steps. Oh, SD Jones going to work on the Brawler like he owes him money. SD bringing him back around, throws him back into the ring, doesn't want to count out. He wants to prove that he can beat the Brawler. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front. Oh, there's the big right hand. And what is Bobby Heenan doing? He's removing the turnbuckle pad. And there's a 2 count. I don't think the referee understands what's happening here. Now she does. Well, here's where the Brawler can be dangerous because the referee is distracted and he can get some cheap shots in, and that's exactly what he's doing. Brawler stopping away on the back of SD Jones, and now hammering away with the right hands, the left hands, anything he can get. SD slowly back up to his feet. Takedown, and now the Brawler with lefts and rights. Those are clinch fists. Referee ought to be stepping in and doing something about that. He's setting them up right now. The Brooklyn Brawler goes for it, and SD ducks him out. Special delivery was ready, and there's the headbutt. Well, that's normally where SD Jones gets his victories from. That headbutt is patented. Nobody hits a headbutt like SD Jones, and right now the Brooklyn Brawler is reeling as a result. Big flying elbow finds the mark, and now SD Jones going for an abdominal stretch. Will that be enough? Oh, look at this. He's got the leg, and he's putting extra pressure on it. Problem, though, is SD doesn't have his left leg wrapped over the top of the Brawler, and that's where you get that from, that extra leverage that you need. Right now, look at this. Bobby Heenan and the referee having words here at ringside. SD Jones gonna have to be wary of Bobby Heenan's presence at ringside. From the top rope, he got caught. Oh, my goodness. The Brawler caught him in midair. The Brawler to the middle rope. Wants SD back up on his feet. He's got what he wants. He went for the neck breaker and comes up short. He missed the target. Well, there's a lot of precision involved in a move like that. And when you're off by just inches, as the Brawler was, that's what happens. SD into the corner and just crushing into the Brooklyn Brawler. Oh, these two guys really putting it all out there. High impact wrestling at its finest. Irish whip again into the ropes. And now, the Brawler. Oh, what a move. I don't know what he calls that. That might have been enough, though, to get him the victory. SD Jones able to get that shoulder up. Well, I got to tell you, I'm a little surprised. I don't know what he calls that either, but boy, was that effective. Drove the head of SD Jones right into the canvas. Oh, the Brawler starting to feel it now. SD has been busted open. We've got bloodshed, and SD Jones hits the exposed turnbuckle once again. Bobby Heenan, I am certain. Look at the Brawler going to work on SD Jones now. We knew this was going to happen. Well, the referee tried to get to that turnbuckle, and there's that forearm. This time it connects. SD Jones rolling out to the floor, and that's a smart move. Going to work now on the leg is the Brooklyn Brawler. Referee needs to do a better job of trying to keep Bobby Heenan in check. Perhaps send him back to the locker room where he belongs. SD Jones looks like he might have a broken nose. I mean, he is really hemorrhaging blood from that open wound right on the face. Well, this is definitely the style of match a Brooklyn Brawler likes to have. There's a counter, there's a 1-2, and SD. If the Brawler would have hooked the leg, probably would have had the win. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you 100% on that, Gene. I think that's the biggest thing right now for the Brawler, and that's where Bobby Heenan's got to come in. He should have been telling him to hook the leg. There's a scoop and a slam by the Brawler. SD Jones having a tough go of things right now. The Brawler's on the middle rope. What's he got in mind? Again goes for that neck breaker, and that just simply isn't his thing. We have seen time and time again where the Brawler has attempted that move with limited results. Swing and a miss, and SD Jones back body drops him. Oh, look at this. A bloody SD Jones is still fighting. He's still in the match. SD has him up in the air. There's a scoop and a slam. Down he goes. SD to the top rope. This could be bad. He is waiting. Cross body block. And SD Jones is in control now. Turns him over. Boston Crab. Bobby the Brain Heenan does not look happy at all right now. Well, the Brawler somehow managed to find a way to kick out of that. He powered out of the Boston Crab. Oh, what a suplex right there. Sat right out of it, driving SD Jones hard into the canvas. And there's a neck breaker. That time it doesn't miss. The Brawler hooking the leg. Will that be enough for the victory? Indeed, a big win for the Brooklyn Brawler. Well, we're going to take a look back at some of the highlights there. There's that turnbuckle pad by Bobby Heenan, constantly getting involved in the match. I'm a firm believer that at some point in time, there has got to be a ruling made that the managers can come out here with their men, and then they have to go back to the locker room. There's no need for them to be at ringside. Couldn't agree with you more. Between what we've seen from Bobby Heenan, Jimmy Hart, Captain Lou Albano, it's just to that point right now where something has to be done. SD, one heck of a fight tonight. Came close to pulling out the victory, and if not for Bobby Heenan, I'm not sure he wouldn't have. Take a look back here at some of the moments. Here's that suplex, and look at that. Sits right out of it. Nice move. Cannot take that away from him. I may not like the methods. And then a perfect neck breaker right there. And SD had absorbed as much as he possibly could be expected to. After that one, it's all over.
Here's your winner, the Brawler.
The Brooklyn Brawler, victorious here on Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. Coming to you from Tokyo, the Tokyo Hall. We'll be back with more. Still to come, our big main event, six-man tag team action. You will not want to miss this.
Come on, you guys. It's only a little. A hungry giant.
Hungry for a big honey taste.
Big taste, honeycomb, big taste.
Honeycomb fish. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not small.
No, no, no. Honeycomb's got a big honey taste. Big, big crunch for a big, big bite.
Honeycomb cereal, part of this big, complete breakfast.
Honeycomb's a big, big bite. Yeah!
All right, fans, we are back, and it is time to find out. We heard from Sergeant Slaughter 1 week ago that he is going to form the Cobra Corps.
Introducing first.
He is inducting a few good men, as he would let you know, into the Cobra Corps. Tonight, we will find out who the first inductee is into the Sergeant Slaughter Cobra Corps. It'll be tag team action. Slaughter is here as well. Well, Sergeant Slaughter had a big match back at the Egg Dome 5 nights ago. Didn't go the way he wanted it to. Well, indeed, Yokozuna looking to extract some revenge on behalf of his former tag team partner, Mr. Fuji. Last week, ladies and gentlemen, we showed you footage of what happened at the Boston Garden, where Sergeant Slaughter applied that Cobra clutch to Mr. Fuji, did a variety of damage, and we can tell you now that Fuji will not be competing in ring any longer. Doctors have forbade it. Yeah, whether you like someone or not, you hate to see a career ended, but that's exactly what happened, and Sergeant Slaughter and that Cobra Clutch are the main reasons for it.
And his partner from parts
Of course, last Saturday, we gave you fans the chance to voice your opinion on whether or not the Cobra Clutch should be banned here in the World Wrestling Federation. Overwhelmingly, you decided that it should not, and Sergeant Slaughter is still able to use that Cobra Clutch. So, to anyone out there stepping in the ring with Sarge, beware. Well, here we see the opposition for the debuting Cobra Corps here tonight. It'll be very, very interesting to see who number one is. The Masked Assassin and Barry Horowitz. I don't know how much they've teamed up before. Here we go. Oh, that's a great choice.
from Glen Falls, New York, weighing in at 270 pounds, the World Wrestling Television Champion, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the World Wrestling Federation Television Champion, is the first inductee into Sergeant Slaughter's Cobra Corps. I gotta agree with you. This is a hand-picked matchup, and you couldn't have asked for anyone better to support the Cobra Corps mission than Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Both of these guys bring Old Glory to the ring nightly. And of course, here comes Sergeant Slaughter himself.
South Carolina, weighing in at 306 pounds, Sergeant Slater.
Well, I, for one, am going to be very curious to see how Sarge does in this match tonight, because what we saw at the Egg Dome 5 nights ago, it was pretty rough. Yokozuna, 450 pounds of it, dropping down on the chest of Sergeant Slaughter a number of times. I don't know how you could even be walking this soon afterwards. Well, I don't think either you or I would be, but Sergeant Slaughter, he is cut from a different cloth altogether. This Marine drill sergeant knows exactly what it takes. He's been in battles before, he's been in wars before, and as far as he's concerned, this war with Yokozuna has just begun. Bell sounds, action's underway, and here we go. From Tokyo Hall, Duggan just running into the referee.
Tag is good.
And now the double team as the Masked Assassin comes in. Double back body drop and Duggan down. This Masked Assassin is a world travel veteran, and he knows professional wrestling. And now look at this, has that camel clutch applied. Taking a page out of the book of the Iron Sheik. And Duggan ties up. Has him up in the air for the suplex. Hacksaw Jim Duggan has been on an absolute tear here in the World Wrestling Federation that has led him to that television title. He's defended it on numerous occasions and still has the title to prove it. Well, most recently, he's been going up against the Brooklyn Brawler in a series of matches. They had one 5 nights ago, and once again, he was victorious. He defeated Greg the Hammer Valentine to become the champion and defended the title against Valentine on several occasions after that. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Hacksaw Jim Duggan has proven his value right here in the World Wrestling Federation. There's a tag made, and now our first look at Sergeant Slaughter. Knight's knee lift, and down goes Mr. Horowitz. And still to come, the big main event, 6-man tag team action. It is going to be massive. You will not want to miss this. Tag is made. Hacksaw Jim Duggan comes in now. Barry Horowitz having a hard time getting back up to his feet, and Duggan's not going to make it any easier. Unloading with a series of right hands to the head. Referee's in position, the count of 1. Action spills out to the floor now. This is where Hacksaw Jim Duggan, sometimes he can get a little bit crazy. Just sending Horowitz into that steel guardrail, but Barry Horowitz decides it's better off for him to be inside the ring. I would agree wholeheartedly. Duggan has him up against the ropes. And now using that top rope as a weapon, Sergeant Slaughter looks on approvingly. Well, you've got to remember, when it comes to Sergeant Slaughter, he trains men to win wars. He doesn't train them to play by rules. In war, there are no rules. Well, indeed. But in the World Wrestling Federation, there are, and that's going to be a little bit of a conflict of interest, perhaps. As the masked assassin now comes in and puts the hurting on Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Atomic knee drop, and Duggan goes down. Slaughter looking for the tag, and there it is. Well, the assassin making that mistake. He got way too close to the corner. Sergeant Slaughter now has him all set up. Off the ropes. Dropping that elbow right to the head. Well, the masked assassin out on the apron right now. I don't know if he thinks that was a safe place, but it's turning out badly for him as he gets brought in the hard way. Barry Horowitz easily able to make the save, and Slaughter not too happy about that. And he's going to make the masked assassin pay the price. Bounces the head of the assassin off the canvas right in front of his tag team partner. Roundhouse punch. Wow, that one landing. When you take a look at Sergeant Slaughter and how he's wrestling here tonight, you have to play into this the fact that, hold on a moment, here's a count of 1, there's 2, and Slaughter gets it. I was going to say, you got to take into this the account of what happened to him 5 nights ago and how that could affect somebody. He clearly used it as a motivational tool here tonight. No doubt about it. Our first look at the Cobra Corps, and I gotta tell you, I am impressed. Well, this is the first induction. Makes you wonder who might be next. Well, Sergeant Slaughter is gearing up for war here in the World Wrestling Federation, and he couldn't have a better lieutenant to go to battle with than Hacksaw Jim Duggan, in my opinion.
Here are your winners, Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Sergeant
Big victory for the Cobra Corps here on Saturday morning Superstars of Wrestling. We'll be back with the main event. Stay with us.
With Wrestling Superstars, it's like having a real match right in your own home. There's Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan, and Big John Studd. And now you can fly 'em and flip 'em in the Sling 'em Wrestling Ring. Wrestling Superstars and new wrestling ring, each sold separately from LJN.
All right, fans, we are back, and it is time for the main event. We promised you it was going to be huge. Well, take a look at this. Still the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion, Andre the Giant.
The following is a 6-man tag team match. Introducing first, from Grenoble, France, weighing in at 520 pounds, the Worldwide Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the 8th wonder of the world,
The eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant, had one heck of a battle 5 nights ago against Giant Baba with Hulk Hogan as the referee, and there were some interesting moments that took place in that match. Well, indeed, we saw one moment in particular where Andre and Hogan were face to face. Andre putting his finger in the face of Hulk Hogan, the referee of record. But then at the end, when Andre ended up getting the victory, he actually patted Hogan on the back as if he had done a good job, almost as if he had followed instructions. Well, I don't know why he would feel that way, because there are a lot of people, myself included, that felt that perhaps that was a very slow 3 count, but it was still enough damage done for Andre that he was able to get that 3 count. Oh, and who's his partner? Roddy Piper. We haven't seen much of the Hot Rod in recent weeks. Well, he made the trip over here to Japan, and I don't think he was going to plan on staying in the back. Well, Roddy Piper has proven time and time again, if he's not the dirtiest player in the game, he's in the conversation, I'll tell you right now. Piper looking out over the sea of fans here. Tokyo Hall, a sold-out crowd for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling, courtesy of the World Wrestling Federation. Well, I can say one thing right now. This tour has been very successful for the WWF, and I already know we're coming back in the future, and I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely no doubt about it. Well, that only leaves one. Who will be their third partner? Oh, my goodness.
Beach, Florida, weighing in at 238 pounds, $1 million champion, Ted DiBiase.
The $1 million man, Ted DiBiase, with that $1 million championship belt around his waist. Well, he'll tell you right up front, everyone has a price for the $1 million man, but the question is right now, is he putting any money in the referee's pockets? Well, I don't know that it would be money. It would be yen, if anything. And knowing DiBiase, he's got money in banks around the world. I don't think it would be hard for him to try and bribe an official here, but I don't think that's going to happen. I want to give more credit to the Japanese folks. And now let's figure out who will be going up against this formidable trio. Oh, here we go. The world champion here in the IWGP, Antonio Inoki.
And from Hiroshima, Japan, weighing in at 238 pounds, the International Wrestling Grand Prix Heavyweight Champion, Antonio Inoki.
Antonio Inoki, what a match he had with Bob Backlund 5 nights ago. Ended up in a draw, but what a match indeed. Those two guys went back and forth. Both men were busted open when it was all said and done. They left it all in the ring, but nothing was proven at the end of the night. Well, I think one thing was proven, and that's that we need a return match between those two men. Perhaps somewhere down the line.
Japan, weighing in at 310 pounds, Giant
Giant Baba coming back for another run, and Andre the Giant gave him quite the run for his money when that World Heavyweight title was on the line 5 nights ago. Well, the Giant Baba proving that he is definitely worthy of a title match. on the receiving end of at least 3 of what I refer to as major squashes on the part of Andre the Giant. Whether it was the bombs away or the full-on body splash, Andre the Giant dropped that 500-pound frame across the body of the Giant Baba on a number of occasions. I'm amazed he's still here tonight.
Well, it took him that many times in order to keep him down, where a lesser man, one would have had it done.
Couldn't agree with you more. Oh, and here we go. The 2 Japanese stars are going to be joined by the man who was the official. Hulk Hogan is here.
From Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 303 pounds, the Immortal Hulk Hogan.
Tokyo Hall on its feet, and these fans are going crazy. No stripes tonight. Red and gold, ready to roll. Hulkamania running wild in Tokyo.
Gene, it is deafening in this room right now. It is hard to hear, and this crowd is absolutely electrified.
Oh, get a look at this, would you? What a specimen. Well, Andre put together one heck of a team, but as far as I can tell, Hulk Hogan has a solid one as well, and they'll definitely have the home field advantage.
Yeah, the fans are all going to be cheering for the Hulkamania team. No two ways about that.
Inoki going up against Andre the Giant as we see champions collide. The reigning World Heavyweight Champion of the World Wrestling Federation, as well as the IWGP Champion in Antonio Inoki. Inoki stuns the Giant, and that is easier said than done. Pulling back on him and trying to get a submission, and Inoki grabbing the ankle, gets out of trouble that time, and now he's got Andre down. Look at this. Inoki. Oh, my goodness. Unloading with a series of rights. Make it lefts.
Man, Antonio Inoki right now is doing a number on Andre the Giant, and he's smart. He's keeping Andre on the ground.
Stretching out the arm of Andre the Giant, doing damage. Oh, now to the lower back, and Andre has had back issues in his career.
Well, you'd imagine that would be the case when you're 500 plus pounds, 520 on any given day, and you're carrying that around with you day in and day out. You're in a wrestling ring. You're getting people picked up and driving at you, and eventually that all takes its toll on the human body. So those knees to the back of Andre the Giant may do a lot more damage than they would to somebody else.
Tried to put him in the camel clutch, but Antonio Inoki, with his ring awareness, able to get a foot over the bottom rope. Referee breaks the hold. And now Andre choking him out. A little bit of desperation, perhaps, from Andre the Giant right there. Andre coming in. Oh, he ran right into that one, and look at Inoki. No effect on Andre.
Well, neither team has made a tag as of yet, but I tell you right now, seeing the 2 heavyweight champions go head-to-head, that's been worth it.
And now both teams will make the tag. Here comes the Giant Baba up against Roddy Piper. Down he goes with a clothesline. Andre is watching this one. Antonio Inoki, meantime, is still down in the ring. Oh, the Giant Baba driving that knee right into the head of the hot rod.
Roddy Piper is showing the signs of wear and tear. He's given up all the size, and look at that, no effect on the Giant Baba, and Piper begging off.
Oh, he picks him up effortlessly and slams Roddy Piper across the ring. Irish whip into the corner, and Hogan gets a shot in on the hot rod. No love lost between those two men. And now Hogan comes in against Roddy Piper. Let's see what happens here. Nice move right there by Hulk Hogan, snapping the neck of Roddy Piper. Indeed, now going after the ankle and the knee of Roddy Piper. Shoulders are down. There's a 1 count. Big right hand drops him. And now it's Hogan and Andre the Giant head to head. Look at Hogan unloading on the champion. And Andre just took all of that, and he's still coming forward. Hogan cannot stop the champion. There's a scoop. Couldn't hold him. Hogan drops Andre on his head. Another big elbow. Oh, this crowd counting along with Hulk Hogan right now. Andre the Giant has never lost a singles match. And now Hogan has him in the Boston Crab. Will Andre give up? Andre using that size advantage to reach back, pull the ankle of Hulk Hogan, got himself out of trouble just in the nick of time. Here's the Irish whip. Into the turnbuckle we go. Andre stopping away, dropping the elbow. Oh, he went for the bombs away. Hogan moves. Andre is hurt. Into the corner now. Hogan makes the tag. Antonio Inoki. Fly cross body block took Andre down, and he makes the tag. Here comes Ted DiBiase. Andre has not looked like this before. Now Hogan is back in, and here comes DiBiase. Looks like DiBiase may have been injured. Right eye could be either swollen or not even sure. Could be cut. We've got action taking place inside the ring and outside the ring. There's a 2 count by DiBiase. Antonio Inoki and Roddy Piper were getting into it on the far side. I could hear it. I didn't see it. In the meantime, DiBiase now sending Hogan over the top rope. Brings him back in. The $1 Million Man and Hulk Hogan. Off the ropes, dropped down by DiBiase. Hogan back out front. Oh, he caught him. Headbutted. He just rocked DiBiase with that one. Hogan's got a sleeper hold on him. Well, DiBiase likes to use the $1 Million Dream, which is a variation of the sleeper hold in its own right. And Antonio Inoki back into this matchup right now. Hogan having trouble getting out of the ring. DiBiase has him up, pile drive. Oh, Antonio Inoki just took that one. That may have done some damage. But Inoki able to get the shoulder up, and DiBiase is not happy about it. Pile driver, one of the most lethal moves in wrestling. Although right now you might have to say second to the Cobra Clutch in light of, oh, look at this. Look at him firing up. And Andre the Giant back into the match now with Antonio Inoki. Once again, we've got the 2 world champions colliding, and down goes Inoki. Andre in control. This was the match that many people were hoping to see last Monday night. Can you imagine a title versus title match between these two men? I'd pay to see that. I think we all would. Andre has him on the top rope. Oh, and he slams him all the way to the canvas. Andre the Giant showing that size matters. Drops the elbow. And Baba in to make the save. A return match from 5 nights ago. Baba against Andre the Giant. Still plenty left to be decided between those two men. Oh, Noki been busted open by Andre. That huge fist split him wide open. And now Andre pulling back, trying to get a submission. The referee's there to see if Inoki will give it up. He does not, as a matter of fact. Inoki with a solution. Wow, that blood running down the face, just streaming into the eyes of Antonio Inoki. Makes the tag to the Giant Bomb, and here's the return. The match from Monday. Shoulder block, and down goes Andre the Giant. Nobody else could get Andre off his feet, but Giant Baba comes in with a shoulder tackle and drops the champion. Irish whip to the ropes now. Andre, big boot, and down he goes. Baba gonna look for some retribution. Boy, you know Baba would love to get the pinfall victory over Andre here tonight. Wouldn't get him the title, but it would get him a little bit of retribution. Pile driver. Oh my goodness. I don't know that Andre the Giant has ever been on the receiving end of a pile driver. DiBiase in there to make the save. Andre's in a whole lot of trouble. A whole lot of trouble right now, and Baba knows it. Andre back in the corner now. The Giant Baba drives the head of the champion into that top turnbuckle. Look at this, going to work on the arm of Andre the Giant, using that top rope for added leverage. Giant Baba has the hometown crowd behind him, and Piper manages to tag in. Big knee right to the head, and Piper is on Queer Street, and Baba still going after Andre the Giant. He's not satisfied. Clubbing forearm, and now Piper. No effect on the Giant Baba. Piper clothesline over the top and out to the floor. Rowdy Roddy Piper is giving up massive size against the Giant Baba, and you see the size of his hands. They're about the size of your normal frying pan, and he just comes chopping down across the chest of Roddy Piper with one of those. Piper stuns him momentarily, and now Piper with a bulldog. Oh, Baba just got his world rocked with that one, and now Piper has turned the tempo. Sleeper hold. I'm not sure how he applied this thing. Well, he doesn't have it hooked up well, and there's Antonio Inoki coming in to make the save just to be on the safe side, but a chop to the head. The Giant Baba happy with the way things going, but maybe not so much anymore. Andre the Giant from behind, taking Baba down, would love to get another victory over the big man. Andre claims to be the only giant in professional wrestling. And look at this, the $1 million dream is on. Well, a variation of it for sure. Very similar to the Cobra Clutch. And now Hogan comes in. Andre's in trouble. Hogan is a fresh man, and this could turn the tide of this match. Goes for the cover, hooks a leg, and Andre just barely got the shoulder up, and Hogan can't believe it. Andre's taking a lot of punishment. Again, he's never lost a one-on-one match. Hulkamania running wild. Oh, and Andre got caught. Hogan from behind with that devastating clothesline, and now Hogan off the ropes, drops the leg. This could be history in the making. Oh, he's in the ropes. Well, that's the thing. When you're over 7 foot tall, it's a lot easier for you to reach to the ropes. Hogan's got to think about that next time and pull him further away from the ropes. Get him in the middle of the ring. Andre has been injured. That big knee lift from Hogan split Andre open, I believe. And now the tag is made. Look out! Antonio Inoki goes for the cover, but again, he's in the ropes. Fans, we told you the main event was going to be off the charts, and it has proven to be just that. Oh, and down across the knee. Well, he's trying to get him away from the ropes this time after what happened the last couple. Goes for the cover. Will that be enough? He got two. He got him. Antonio Inoki pinning Andre the Giant. History made here in Tokyo Hall. Well, I can tell you right now, Antonio Inoki is going to wear that like a badge of honor. Andre is still undefeated, don't get me wrong. In singles matches, no one has ever beaten him. This is a tag match. It's a little bit different, as we saw. Andre desperately needed to tag out, didn't take advantage of opportunities that presented themselves during the match. And one thing about tag team wrestling, if you stay in there too long, that kind of thing can happen to you. Giant Baba right here. Look at this. Pile driving Andre the Giant. I don't know that anyone's ever done that before. And here comes Antonio Inoki with that shot right to the head. Dropped him, but again, he was in the ropes. Pulls him away to the middle of the ring and gets the win.
Here are your winners.
Fans, we want to thank you for joining us here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. We'll see you again next week back in the good old US of A. So long.